I spent 27 years working for the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, actually before the R was added. It was CDC, where we did fantastic work. Ever since the R was added, we were terrible at our job. The reason I dropped off hundreds of parolees to these programs, most out of county. If you don't fill these beds, this company is about profits. They will fill them with parolees because they are contracted with CDCR. And you will get out-of-county criminals in your county, which will be a burden to your local resources in your district attorney's office. If one of these out-of-county parolees commits a crime in your county, guess what? You own that parolee from that period on, because when they get convicted in your county, they go back to their county last legal residence, which it could have been Alameda County. Now they're living in Turlock at a residential facility. They assault a staff member. They get convicted. Guess where they come back to parole? Stanislaus County. They don't go back to Alameda County. I agree with Mr. Withrow 100%. Do we need these things, these programs? Absolutely we do. But we were doing that in prison. Before AB 109, we were doing a fantastic job. You want to know what your homeless crisis is? It's AB 109. These people running these streets, I used to supervise. Those people running the streets right now used to mow the lawns around the prisons. They were functioning adults. We used to save their lives. I don't know how many times a parolee in my career thanked me for saving their life, because I dried them out and I arrested them and we sent them back to prison to dry them out, or if they opted to go through a rehabilitation program. We don't do that anymore. That's why you have your fentanyl crisis, because these people have their addictions and they're spiraling so out of control, they need to feed that addiction. And what do? They go to more powerful drugs like fentanyl, and that's why you're having these people die on the streets. That's why you're having these methamphetamine psychosis, because they're not being treated. They're being left out on the streets. Your state did that. And now it became your problem. Your governor did that. It started with Governor Schwarzenegger, and then Jerry Brown, and now Gavin Newsom. The reason why, like this gentleman said, that the incidents, there's no reports of incidents and stuff like that, is because of privacy laws. You have HIPAA laws. They can't tell you when somebody leaves. They tell us as parole agents because the participants, when they're on parole, waive their rights to HIPAA. But if that participant leaves on a Friday, a parole agent isn't going to know until Monday morning. And with CDCR's just silly laws, puts like that law enforcement officer out there, his life in danger, because we don't put out a warrant until a couple weeks later for this person. So when these poor local law enforcement officers pull these or make contact with these participants who run out the front door an hour after we drop them off to these programs, these law enforcement officers don't know that they're wanted. That parolee knows they're wanted, but that law enforcement officer doesn't know. And now these law enforcement officers are getting hurt out on the streets because of that. So the reason why these incidents don't go unreported is because of privacy laws. They don't tell the public about these incidents. If you don't fill these beds, I forgot how many you said that, how many participants were in the care court program right now, but I'm going to tell you something. If you don't fill those beds, they're going to fill them without a county. They're there. This facility is there to make money. They're going to import criminals to our county for this program. Look, are there people that need mental health issues? Absolutely, there is. Absolutely, I agree with 100%. But there's some, but the majority are serious violent criminals getting out of prison. That's what state parole supervises. We don't supervise low-level offenders. Can I go on, because this was on the agenda? I have a couple more.
If you could just wrap it up whenever. You state your few points that you have and then wrap it up, please. Thank you.
Also, how many facilities, I looked on their website, this is going to be their first facility in the county. You can't compare the Gear Road facility because it's operated by a different company, I believe, right? Maybe, and you can't compare Las Palmas from the prior company to the current company. Like I said, this current company has facilities throughout the states, and there are parolees housed in those programs. And I am very concerned as a 27-year correctional professional to house these people right next to Dutcher Middle School and a school for autistic children right across the street. It's just, come on, people, it's not a Democrat or a Republican issue. This is just pure common sense. But that's all I have. I'll be at the Turlock meeting tonight with more, but just please use some common sense. But I agree with you, Mr. Withrow. We absolutely need mental health facilities. This is not the location. I know these participants very well. I supervised them for 27 years. You don't want these people in your neighborhood.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.